Hello and welcome to this video about cryptocurrency education. Today I'd like to talk about Cardano because it's my favorite cryptocurrency project, and I'd like to talk about why I believe that believing in Cardano will make you rich. At least I believe it will make me rich, and this is really just my personal opinion. Please take it with a pinch of salt. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I still believe in Cardano. Strongly believe in it. I'm very long, very bullish. I haven't sold any ADA for a while, and I don't intend to do it. I intend to keep it for the long term. But I really want to talk about the benefit of long-term hodling and the importance of understanding a project in the crypto space before you invest. And generally, we can have a look at Bitcoin here. Generally, to understand really why you need to be in it for the long term. So I personally am in the project Cardano for the long term because I genuinely believe in the project and I try to learn everything I can about Cardano. Like with every investment I make, I really try to get a broad picture, but I also like to go into the detail. I try to consume all the news that are out there, and I think this is very important. And here's why. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart here. This is the sort of the all-time Bitcoin chart, yeah? And you can see in the beginning, not much happened, as you possibly or probably know. Not much really happened, and it was a long time where possibly only people who really believed in that project were invested. And you probably have heard the story of so many people who became rich with Bitcoin millionaires, all the Bitcoin millionaires, and so on. And that's true. They've made it. The reason, though, that they have made it is not because they were after the quick buck, make some money, go in here and go out here. Probably it was very rare for anyone to really buy low here and then sell at the top here, for example, in 2017. That was probably very rare. Or someone who's never heard about Bitcoin suddenly buying down here in September 2020 and then selling here at the so far all-time high at 60,000. I believe that was really a very, very rare case. I don't say it doesn't exist. I'm sure these people that were extremely lucky exist, but I also think it was very rare. And what I mean is the reason that these people have become Bitcoin millionaires is not because they were after the quick buck. I argue that people who bought Bitcoin, for example, at the dollar, somewhere back here or even further there, to the left, people who bought Bitcoin, for example, at the dollar and then sold at the high in 2017, for example, or who may even hold the Bitcoin today, they have made that money because they genuinely believed in the concept and the technology behind Bitcoin and blockchains in general. These people are true believers in decentralization, into that Bitcoin and maybe cryptocurrency in general and blockchains will make the world a better place. And I also argue that people who were after making the quick money, they already sold somewhere along the way. Maybe if they, as you can see, if they bought somewhere here, maybe they sold here because they saw the price going up, and maybe they saw, they made 2x, and then maybe they sold because they made some quick money. But that's rarely, if you do this, you rarely become really rich with it. So they might have made some money, but possibly also lost out on a lot. So that's one of the reasons why I am in this project, Cardano, for the very long term. The thing is that if you don't fully and thoroughly understand a project and you look only at the price chart, then you will lose money or you will not profit as much as you could do if you are in it for the long term. There's also always a risk that you are too emotionally affected if you only invest short term and think about selling at the next high. The problem is you will possibly sell and then there will be another high and you have sold your ADA and then you might have to buy back at a higher price. This is why I focus on cost averaging, and I prefer to hold onto my ADA at least for another 5 years from now, maybe even longer. I believe this approach to investing is much more profitable, especially if you want a hands-off approach and stay less emotionally affected to short-term price variations. In the crypto space generally, people with diamond hands will be rewarded very, very handsomely. And for me personally, in the area of 2017 and that time period, I bought some Bitcoin and it was actually close to the high at the time, and then I sold low. And that was the biggest mistake I've ever made. And I promised to myself I'll never do that again, because at the time I made a mistake. At the time I tried to make some quick money, and of course I didn't. And that's always what happens. You know, whenever I try to do that in my whole sort of investment career, also with stocks and shares, I lost money. But whenever I actually held on to something, for whatever, it doesn't matter how long, it went up. And I made a gain. You know, of course it will go down for a period, but because you're holding long term and you believe in the project, the price doesn't really matter. And then over time, you will or can become very, very wealthy with it. All right, this is everything for today. I hope you liked that video. If you want to support this channel, which would be great, because I talk about crypto and want to spread the word about Cardano and co, then please subscribe to the channel. And it would be great if you could also leave a like if you found some value in this video. And then besides that, I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.